Sweetwood Reviews. Hey guys, how's it going today? I'm here to talk about the 2004 science fiction action thriller television film, Species 3. And the film is a sequel to Species 2 and the third installment of the Species franchise. Now, to get things started with the plot. The ambulance transporting Eve's corpse gets lost. However, when the co-driver tries to radio their superiors, the driver, Dr. Bruce Abbott, stops and holds him at gunpoint. They are ambushed by Portis, who kills the co-driver with his tongue. Abbott discovers Portis and Eve alive in the back of the ambulance. Portis strangles Eve to death while she gives birth to a newborn alien, which Abbott flees with. Government agent Wasak orders an autopsy, discovering Eve's pregnancy, then orders the burning of her body. Abbott returns to his usual job teaching biochemistry at a university. He also raises Eve's child, who grows into a young girl. Abbott names her Sarah. One night, Portis, who has dramatically aged and is critically ill, visits Abbott's office. Abbott tries to treat Portis, who demands to see Sarah, and reveals that there are other half-breeds suffering from similar illnesses. He soon dies while sitting in a chair. Meanwhile, Dean, one of Abbott's students, and his funding for an experimental power plant project is in jeopardy. Abbott asks for Dean's aid in perfecting the alien DNA to save the species. In return, Abbott promises Dean a share of any funding or awards their work receives. In Abbott's absence, Sarah pupates inside a cocoon and emerges as an adult. Abbott's superior, Dr. Nicholas Turner, arrives at the house seeking Abbott and comes across Sarah. She initially tries to seduce Turner, but then rejects him. He attempts to rape Sarah, who kills him and leaves to seek a mate. Abbott returns home, sees evidence of Sarah's transformation, and disposes of Turner's body. Sarah eventually connects with another half-breed, but discovers his illness and knocks his tooth out. Abbott and Dean later continue their experiments on Sarah. Abbott informs Dean of the government's Project Athena, which previously created Syl, and Sarah's heritage as the child of Patrick Ross, infected with alien DNA from Mars and Eve, Syl's clone. The half-breed that Sarah rejected breaks into the lab, mortally wounds Abbott, and attempts to impregnate Sarah, but is killed by a hydrochloric gas Abbott sprays over the lab. Dean ponders whether to continue Abbott's work until Sarah urges him to save her species. Dean's roommate at the University, Hastings, discovers a website posted by Amelia, a woman who wants to date biochemists. After snooping through Dean's notes, he forwards them to Amelia, who agrees to meet him. En route, Amelia, who is another half-breed, has sex with and murders a gas station attendant who attempts to rape her. At the campus, she senses Sarah and kidnaps Hastings, taking him to Abbott's home. Amelia and Sarah force Hastings to work on perfecting the alien DNA, using Sarah's pure biology to save the half-breeds and create perfect mating partners for them. Wasak, whose team also monitors Amelia's website and discovers its connection to Project Athena, picks up Dean and helps him save Hastings. Dean Hastings and Wasakh flees to Dean's experimental power plant with Sarah and Amelia in pursuit, while attempting to keep Sarah's harvested eggs away from there. The three decide to try trapping Amelia and Sarah in the plant's core, with the tactics risks causing a catastrophic meltdown. Dean drops the eggs into the core, prompting Amelia to attempt to kill him. Sarah then attacks and throws Amelia into the core. Dean, Hastings, and Wasakh close the core in time to prevent a meltdown. Later, Hastings visits Dean at Abbott's home and discovers both Sarah and a half-breed alien boy. Dean reveals that he pulled Sarah to safety before stealing the plant's core, then completed the refined alien DNA to create a mate for her so she would not be alone. After the boy is grown, Dean tells Sarah that she is on her own and be careful. Before Sarah and her mate leaves, Dean asks what she saved him from Amelia, but she does not answer. Dean then reassures the nervous Hastings that he ensured Sarah's mate will be sterile, preventing them from reproducing. Okay, guys, that is the plot. Produced by MGM Television. Their original release was on Sci-Fi, and it was released November 27th, 2004. Now, we got a pretty good cast here. Robin Dunn is Dean. Robert Knepper is Dr. Bruce Abbott. Sonny Mabry is Sarah. Amelia Cook is Amelia. John Paul Patak is Hastings. Michael Warren is Agent Wasakh. And of course, Natasha Henstridge has a cameo as Eve. Now, of course, let's get into my thoughts real quick. This was the third installment to the Species franchise. And it was good seeing Natasha Henstridge back as Eve for like the first 10 or so minutes. Because she had signed a contract to appear in 3 films. So they kind of had to put her in here. But she did get killed off, unfortunately. But I think it was still cool including her in the third film, I thought. Even if she had a very little role and you knew she was gonna die. I thought Sonny Mabry did a good job as Sarah, which she was the daughter of Lazard's character, Justin Lazard's character, Patrick Ross, and Natasha Henstridge's character, Eve. And so was Amelia Cook's Amelia character as well. So they were the daughters of the previous characters in the film, in the second film, you know. And they did do a good job. The cast does a good job for what they have. I think my biggest complaint, it being a kind of straight that sort of television movie, is that it spends a lot of time with the dialogue and stuff in here that is not needed in the movie. It's the biggest sort of problem I had with it. There was so much in here you didn't need to include. A lot of nonsense in here. And there's not that much explicit shit in here for a Species film. That is kind of a main negative too. And I felt this film really, really dragged on. Species 3 certainly did drag on quite a bit, to where I had to kind of get on my phone and scroll, like, let's hurry up, with the movie. And it just kind of, at times, it did bore you. Wasn't exciting as the first two, but it kind of felt like it just bored you. I mean, the cast is good and the ending is good too. It just feels like a big downgrade, if that makes sense. But you can have some fun with it too. But it is just a big step down from the second one, which is a step down from the first. So it's just kind of sucky. Although I did like seeing Natasha Henstridge come back for the first little bit, but man, I kind of wish you could just, for that third one, you just scrap everybody else and just have Natasha Henstridge for the third one, but of course, time had already passed and it was kind of too late for that to be on screen, unfortunately. So overall, I think Species 3 was pretty disappointing in my book. You could have some fun with it, but it just felt kind of disappointing, unfortunately. So that is my thoughts on that. So anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe. What do you guys think of Species 3? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.